So let's take a closer look now at Adam and Eve's covenant at the beginning. First we have dominion over the animal kingdom. We are instructed to be fruitful, multiply, and subdue the earth. I have given you every herb and seed of every fruit tree as your food. And before the curse that was put on Adam, before sin, there was no need to work the ground. So what is that saying? That in creation, God's original intention for provision was freely provided in creation. That is the framework that we need to focus on. Okay, so now let's look at Noah's covenant. Again, we are told to be fruitful and multiply, fill the earth, and also every moving thing shall be food for us to eat. It's an act of provision to eat meat. Of course, there's conditions to apply to that. And also, the curse that was put on the ground by God has been lifted after the flood. Now, a lot of Christians out there still see the curse that was put on Adam about working for the rest of your life as still being present today, and that is the reason why we're all working now to survive. No, that curse has been lifted. It was a curse that was put on the ground, and that Adam would have to work hard for the ground to produce food, and in his case it would only produce thorns, weeds, and no fruit at that time. But after the flood, we see here, in the meaning of Noah's name, it says, "He will comfort us in the labour and the painful toil of our hands caused by the ground the Lord had cursed." Now, God himself in the covenant to Noah backs this up and says here in Genesis 8:20, "Never again will I curse the ground because of humans." So that's something that we need to be aware of, that work, employment is not an ongoing curse relating to Adam per se. We are free from that curse, although we are to work to eat and survive. It's just God's intentions of what work is different to what man's definition of work. The work we have today is very burdensome. As we progress in the presentation, you will clearly see that we are right now living in a time that's of enslavement, very similar to when the house of Israel were enslaved by Egypt. And when the Messiah comes back, he will give us rest, very similar to how Moses led Israel out to the promised land for their rest.